The real-life Johnny Cage did not want to sign what was in this September 1993 issue of Nintendo Power magazine.
What?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This footage actually took place back in late July, I believe July 22nd. Currently, this video is going up in December of 2023. And essentially, my son and I always do something for our birthdays together. And this year, our birthdays are both in August, and they're 2 days apart, and we always take time to do something together. This time, it came a little earlier in July for the Classic Game Fest up in Austin, sponsored by or put on by Game Over Video Games in Texas. And so we're not real big on conventions, but just because of crowds, but we decided to head on up and deal with the Austin traffic. As you can see, if any of you have ever tried to drive through Austin on 35, it's a complete nightmare through the center of town, to which this convention was downtown. But, you know, it was a guy's trip, and really enjoyed ourselves. And my son Roth really freaked out because we stayed at an Embassy Suites, and he didn't know what an atrium hotel was. And so you can see here, this is where we ended up staying. He was completely blown away by it. Loved every minute of it. And on a side note, for you guys looking to save money, I did not realize this, but apparently every Embassy Suites, at least in the US, does a free happy hour, I think at 6:30. As you see down there, there's the little bar area and the food serving area. Not only do you get a free morning buffet, but apparently they, at 6:30 at night, they open up the bar, they put out tortilla chips and snacks and popcorn, free wine, free beer, and free mixed drinks for an hour. So it was kind of nuts. I looked down there at 1 minute and it was empty. I opened the window back up again, or the curtain, and there was a line of about 100 people deep. So did not realize that happened, but definitely want to make a trip again. I'm going to purposely try to stay at an Embassy Suites just so we can take advantage of it. So what was the purpose of not just spending time together, but us actually picking this convention to go up to? And what it was is they had a panel of the original people from Mortal Kombat, which is a game, I think it came out when I was maybe 17 or 18 years old, the arcade version. And I remember going into our local grocery store, which is H-E-B here in Texas, and they had it there, and just kids just sinking quarters into it. So it was revolutionary at the time compared to the video games that were around at the time. So they had a panel of Daniel Pesina, who was Johnny Cage in the very first one, his brother Carlos, who was Raiden, but he was also Sub-Zero, he was Scorpion, and I think Reptile as well. And then the original Liu Kang, Ho Sung Pak, was there. And then from Mortal Kombat 2, you had Anthony Marquez, who was Kung Lao. So we decided to go there because this particular item that I had was a Mortal Kombat relic regarding Johnny Cage, and I wanted to take it there to get Daniel's signature. So as you can see, we're just walking through the convention. It was packed. Other than going there for the Mortal Kombat panel, we did buy a couple Zapper guns for the Sega Saturn, and actually one of them didn't work once I got it back home to play Virtual Cop. But nonetheless, we just walked around. They had a Tetris tournament, and I think even a Mortal Kombat tournament, if I can remember exactly. Lots of different vendors there. They had Phoenix Resale that was there. They had 8-Bit Guy that was there. I got to talk to both of them, nice people. But yeah, you know, typical convention. Some people were dressed up, most people weren't. Just walking around, checking out all the different booths. And again, this was still at the time that I was recovering from my accident, so didn't like to walk around too much. But it was just a great overall experience, considering, again, that we're not real big fans of crowds. So now to the whole point of the video, what made Daniel originally not want to sign what was inside of here. So as you've seen, it was a poster of Johnny Cage versus Goro. And I did not know this, so when I brought this there, and as you can see from the video, this particular Nintendo Power magazine was ripped in the cover. The person I got it from had put box sealing tape over it to fix the rips in it and whatnot. But what freaked Daniel out, and Carlos, is apparently the person who drew this is a personal friend of theirs, the artist. And they pulled out their phone and they showed me the black and white version of it before it was colored in. And we're just completely blown away at how pristine this one was. He said, we have one, you know, framed. They've signed them over the years, but they're normally always ripped out of the magazine and never in it. And if they are, they're bent, they're ripped, they're just not in real good condition whatsoever. So he was completely blown away by it, and he honestly didn't want to sign it. As you can see, he did sign it ultimately. I mean, I paid for the autograph, but he signed it small, and then he put his gold steel stamp on the back of it. But ultimately, he did not want to sign it because it was in such pristine condition. He even took a photo of it and texted it to his friend, the artist who created it, to say, wow, look at this. And so at that point, I was going to go ahead and upgrade and pay more for the photo. And I have to tell you what, man, they were extremely gracious, because they gave me the photo for free because they were just so happy to see this piece of history in the condition that it is, that it was in. And so it was extra special for, you know, myself and Roth, and for me to be with him to experience that, because, you know, although he doesn't play the original Mortal Kombats like I do, trust me when I say that he's really into, what is it, MK11, and now it's gone back to Mortal Kombat 1. So he is a Mortal Kombat fan, and it just made it special that we were spending that time together. I would really love to find a way to frame this, but obviously I don't want to rip the poster out of the magazine, so I'd have to make some form of a shadow box and open it up and kind of pin it back in there. But for now, it's folded up, safe inside the magazine, and displayed on my wall in the Rad Cave. So if you're still sticking around, I appreciate it. And if this is the type of content that you like, please consider giving it a like or a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for future videos. And thank you for watching. See you soon.